Daily Horoscope Analysis for Virgo. April 21, 2025, the cosmic energy today embraces you with a particularly grounding influence, dear Virgo. With the Sun positioned in fellow Earth sign Taurus, you'll find yourself naturally aligned with the prevailing universal energies. This Taurus season emphasizes stability, patience, and methodical approaches qualities that resonate deeply with your Earth-centered nature. Your ruling planet Mercury forms a favorable aspect with structured Saturn today, significantly enhancing your already impressive analytical abilities. This planetary alignment sharpens your mental faculties, bringing remarkable clarity to your thought processes and communication. You'll likely find yourself able to express complex ideas with precision and elegance that others can't help but notice. The moon's position in a sensitive water sign adds an interesting dimension to your day. This creates an unusual but beneficial balance between your analytical mind and your often underexpressed emotional self. Don't be surprised if you find yourself more in tune with subtle feelings and intuitive insights than usual. This emotional intelligence complements your practical nature beautifully today. In your professional sphere, you're likely to shine brightly. Colleagues and supervisors are more likely to recognize and appreciate the quality of your work, though in typical Virgo fashion, you may downplay compliments or focus on what could be improved. A work challenge that has resisted solution might suddenly become clear today. The Mercury-Saturn aspect supports methodical problem-solving and reveals overlooked details that could prove crucial. For Virgos considering proposing a new system or procedure at work, today's planetary alignment strongly supports such initiatives. Your practical suggestions are likely to be well received, particularly if you can demonstrate how they improve efficiency or quality. Those working in analytical fields, healthcare, education, or service industries will find the day's energy particularly enhances their natural talents. Your financial outlook appears stable, though it requires your characteristic attention to detail. This is an excellent day for financial planning, budgeting, and identifying inefficiencies in your spending patterns. An opportunity related to your specialized skills or knowledge might present itself today. While it may not yield immediate financial rewards, it could lead to long-term growth. Trust your natural discernment when evaluating financial propositions. Your instinct for detecting inconsistencies serves you well. In matters of the heart, April 21 presents an opportunity to strengthen bonds through practical demonstrations of care. For coupled Virgos, consider how your acts of service, preparing a special meal, organizing a shared space, or solving a practical problem for your partner can be recognized as the profound expressions of love they truly are. Communication takes on special importance in your relationships today. You may find yourself able to address topics that have felt difficult to approach in the past. Your natural diplomacy is enhanced, allowing you to provide constructive feedback without triggering defensiveness in others. Single Virgos might notice an increased attraction to individuals who demonstrate competence and attention to detail qualities you naturally value. A chance encounter in a professional setting or educational context could spark interesting possibilities. Don't dismiss an initial connection that seems purely intellectual. The day's unique blend of earth and water energy supports the gradual transformation from mental appreciation to emotional connection. Your physical wellness receives supportive energy today, particularly if you focus on establishing or maintaining beneficial routines. The earth sign influence strengthens your connection to your body, making this an excellent day to assess how your daily habits support or undermine your health goals. Pay special attention to nutrition and digestive wellness, areas always significant for Virgo. However, a Venus-Neptune aspect creates potential tension between discipline and indulgence. You might feel unusually drawn to comfort foods or tempted to skip your regular exercise routine. Finding middle ground, perhaps enjoying a favorite treat, but in a mindful, moderate way, will help you satisfy these conflicting urges without compromising your well-being. Your mental health deserves particular attention today. The powerful Mercury influence highlights your tendency toward overthinking and perfectionism. Consider implementing mindfulness practices that help you recognize when analytical thinking becomes counterproductive rumination. Brief meditation sessions, particularly focusing on the breath, can help reset your mental patterns when they become excessive. Your home environment feels particularly important today. The earth sign energy creates a desire for order and functionality in your living space. This is an excellent day for organizational projects, particularly those you've been postponing. Your attention to detail allows you to create systems that not only look orderly, but actually function well for daily life. Family relationships benefit from your practical approach to problem solving today. A relative may seek your advice on a matter requiring careful analysis, your specialty. While offering your insights, remember that emotional factors may be as important as practical ones in family matters. Your social energy is selective rather than expansive today. Quality over quantity defines your approach to interactions, with meaningful one-on-one conversations preferred over group activities. A friend may seek your counsel regarding a complex situation, trusting your ability to see details others miss while maintaining appropriate discretion. Though not always associated with spiritual pursuits, you possess a natural capacity for finding sacred meaning in the details of everyday life. Today's energy supports this form of practical spirituality, seeing the profound in the mundane. Consider how your attention to detail and service to others can be recognized as spiritual practices in themselves. The Neptune influence opens channels to your intuitive wisdom, which sometimes gets overshadowed by your powerful analytical mind. Pay attention to subtle feelings and impressions today. They may contain valuable insights not accessible through logic alone. Your creative energies receive structure and focus today. The earth sign influence supports bringing creative concepts into tangible form, particularly projects requiring technical skill and attention to detail. For Virgos involved in crafts, writing, design, or analytical creative fields, today's energy particularly enhances your natural talents. Every astrological alignment presents both challenges and opportunities. Your primary challenge today involves balancing your powerful analytical mind with emotional awareness. You might find yourself overthinking situations that primarily require emotional intelligence or intuitive response. Practice recognizing when analysis becomes counterproductive. The opportunity lies in the beautiful synthesis of practicality and depth available today. When you can integrate your natural analytical gifts with emotional awareness, you access a form of wisdom that is both insightful and applicable. Another subtle challenge involves accepting imperfection in yourself, others, and situations beyond your control. The Saturn influence highlights where perfectionist tendencies may be creating unnecessary stress. The opportunity here is developing a more sustainable relationship with excellence that acknowledges human limitations while still honoring your natural drive for quality and improvement. To harness today's specific planetary energies, consider this simple ritual. Begin your day by identifying 3 practical matters requiring attention. Address these methodically, giving each your full presence and attention to detail. After completing these tasks, take 5 minutes for a simple gratitude practice, acknowledging the satisfaction that comes from bringing order to your environment. In the evening, engage in a brief reflective practice. Note where perfectionism may have created unnecessary stress during your day, and identify one area where you can practice self-compassion while still maintaining your standards of excellence. As you move beyond April 21, the skills and insights developed today create ripple effects through the coming weeks. The clarity gained through the Mercury-Saturn aspect provides a foundation for important decisions on the horizon. Pay particular attention to insights regarding your personal boundaries. These realizations will prove especially valuable as May approaches with its unique planetary influences. Trust your natural attentiveness today, Virgo. It allows you to register important subtleties that will prove meaningful as they develop over time, helping you navigate both challenges and opportunities with your characteristic grace and precision. For Virgo, on April 21, 2025, the planetary positions create a fascinating cosmic landscape. The Sun sits firmly at 1 degree in Taurus, illuminating your ninth house of expansion, higher learning, and spiritual growth. This position encourages you to broaden your horizons and embrace philosophical pursuits that expand your understanding of the world. With the Sun in this Earth sign complementing your own Earth element, there's a natural affinity that supports steady, practical approaches to your personal growth journey. Mercury, your ruling planet, is positioned at 27 degrees Aries, just on the cusp of entering Taurus. This placement in your 8th house creates an interesting dynamic where your analytical abilities are being directed towards shared resources, intimate relationships, and psychological understanding. You'll find yourself more capable than usual of articulating deep emotional truths and navigating complex financial arrangements. Venus glows at 15 degrees Gemini in your 10th house of career and public reputation. This favorable position enhances your professional charm and ability to form beneficial connections in the workplace. People in positions of authority will be more inclined to view your contributions favorably, making this an excellent day for presentations, interviews, or requesting additional responsibilities. Mars, the planet of action and drive, is stationed at 8 degrees Cancer in your 11th house of friendships, groups, and future hopes. This position energizes your social connections while adding emotional intensity to group dynamics. Your drive to achieve collective goals is heightened, though you may need to be mindful of becoming overly protective or defensive within team settings. Jupiter, currently at 22 degrees Gemini in your 10th house alongside Venus, amplifies the positive career aspects. This beneficial giant expands opportunities for recognition, advancement, and professional growth. There's a sense of optimistic expansion around your public reputation and career trajectory today. Saturn continues its journey through Pisces at 11 degrees, occupying your 7th house of partnerships and significant relationships. This serious planet brings structure and tests to your one-on-one connections, demanding authenticity and commitment. Relationship matters may feel weighty today, with important lessons around boundaries and responsibilities surfacing. Uranus at 25 degrees, Taurus resides in your 9th house alongside the Sun, bringing unexpected insights and perhaps sudden opportunities for travel, education, or spiritual awakening. This revolutionary energy may manifest as an unexpected chance to expand your worldview or a sudden insight that changes how you perceive a philosophical question. Neptune floats at 6 degrees Aries in your 8th house, bringing spiritual and creative energy to matters of shared resources, intimacy, and transformation. Your intuition regarding joint finances or deeply personal matters is heightened, though clarity may be somewhat elusive. Trust the subtle promptings of your inner voice today. Pluto, having recently re-entered Aquarius, sits at 2 degrees in your 6th house of daily work, health routines, and service. This powerful transformative force is gradually restructuring how you approach your day-to-day responsibilities, potentially bringing hidden power dynamics in the workplace to the surface for resolution. The Moon, moving through Capricorn at 18 degrees, activates your 5th house of creativity, romance, and self-expression. Your emotional needs today center around receiving recognition for your creative contributions and experiencing joy through structured accomplishment. There's a serious undertone to your pleasures today, preferring meaningful experiences over frivolous ones. Chiron, the wounded healer, at 19 degrees Aries, influences your 8th house, potentially triggering healing opportunities around past wounds related to trust, intimacy, or financial vulnerability. Pay attention to emotional patterns that resurface today as they offer pathways to deeper healing. The North Node at 7 degrees Aries in your 8th house suggests your evolutionary path forward involves embracing transformation and developing comfort with the deeper aspects of life, including shared resources, sexuality, and psychological exploration. The key challenge today comes from the square between your ruling planet Mercury in Aries and Saturn in Pisces. This creates tension between your analytical thought processes and the responsibilities or limitations present in your partnerships. Communication with significant others requires extra patience and clarity. Avoid making assumptions. The grand trine between the Sun in Taurus, Mars in Cáncer, and Pluto in Capricorn creates a harmonious flow of Earth energy that supports practical changes to your daily work routines that align with your higher beliefs and creative self-expression. This is an excellent day for implementing systems that better support your health and productivity while honoring your need for meaningful work. For Virgo specifically, today's planetary positions emphasize the need to balance your natural detail orientation with bigger picture thinking. The emphasis on your ninth house suggests that expanding your vision and considering philosophical implications will serve you better than getting caught in minutiae. Your ruling planet Mercury's position enhances your psychological perception and financial acumen. Trust your analytical abilities when it comes to shared resources and investments today, as your mental clarity in these areas is heightened. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction in your 10th house represents a significant opportunity for professional advancement. Your natural abilities to organize, analyze, and improve systems will be especially valued by authority figures today. Consider scheduling important presentations or asking for new responsibilities that showcase your skills. Saturn's influence in your partnership sector suggests that relationships may require extra work today, particularly around communication and boundary setting. Be patient with processes that seem to move slower than you'd prefer, as the foundations being built now will serve your connections in the long term. April 21st, 2025, presents Virgo with a fascinating communication landscape as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a harmonious trine with Saturn in fellow Earth signs. This planetary alignment creates a foundation for structured, meaningful exchanges throughout the day. Your words carry particular weight today. People are not just hearing what you say, but truly listening to your insights. This is an excellent time for presenting complex ideas, especially in professional settings where precision matters. Your natural attention to detail is enhanced, allowing you to articulate nuanced concepts with remarkable clarity. Notice how your analytical abilities are especially sharp during morning meetings or important discussions. The moon in Gemini activates your career sector today, making this an ideal time for public speaking, presentations, or pitching ideas to supervisors. Your communication style today balances practicality with just enough creativity to capture attention without seeming frivolous. Written communication flows particularly well. If you've been putting off composing an important email, proposal, or report, the hours between 2 and 5 p.m. offer peak mental clarity for these tasks. In personal relationships, you may find yourself more willing to express inner thoughts that you typically keep private. This vulnerability, though perhaps uncomfortable initially, strengthens bonds with those closest to you. A Venus-Mercury aspect adds a layer of diplomacy to your words, helping you navigate potentially sensitive conversations with both tact and honesty. For Virgos working in educational fields, writing, or media, inspiration comes in waves throughout the day. Keep a note-taking app or journal handy to capture these insights. Digital communications receive a boost from Jupiter's position, making social media posts or online content particularly effective today. Your ability to explain complex subjects in accessible language is heightened, making this an excellent day for teaching or mentoring others. While Mercury's favorable position enhances your communication overall, be mindful of a slight tendency toward perfectionism in your expression. You might obsess over finding exactly the right words, which could delay important exchanges if you're not careful. The Mercury-Neptune square suggests potential for miscommunication around financial or shared resource matters. Double-check details before finalizing agreements. Your voice carries particular resonance today in group settings. Notice how others naturally turn to you to articulate collective thoughts or represent team perspectives. This is not random, but reflects how your communication energy is perceived by others today. For Virgos in creative fields, the afternoon hours spark innovative connections between concepts that previously seemed unrelated. This lateral thinking enhances your creative expression and problem-solving capabilities. Phone conversations and video calls feel particularly productive today, with fewer misunderstandings than usual. Your listening skills are equally enhanced. You're picking up not just on what's being said, but on subtle undertones and implications. This makes you an excellent mediator if conflicts arise among colleagues or family members. For single Virgos, conversation flows easily with new connections, particularly those met in intellectual or educational contexts. Your authentic self-expression attracts people who appreciate depth and substance. A journaling session tonight would be especially productive for processing the day's events and planning tomorrow's communication strategy. The Mercury-Jupiter influence expands your vocabulary today. You may find yourself using words or expressions that perfectly capture complex emotions or situations. This linguistic precision gives you an edge in negotiations or important discussions. While communication flows well overall, watch for slight tensions around 7 p.m. when the moon squares Mars, potentially leading to impatience in conversations. Taking a brief break from intense discussions during this window prevents unnecessary friction. Your advice sector receives beneficial aspects today, suggesting that guidance you offer others will be particularly well-received and impactful. Trust your instincts when sharing wisdom or perspectives. Your intuitive understanding of others' needs is heightened. Email correspondence that has been stalled might suddenly move forward today. Responses that you've been waiting for are more likely to arrive, allowing projects to progress. The evening hours favor deep conversations about philosophical or spiritual matters, especially with trusted friends who appreciate your analytical yet open-minded approach. For Virgos studying or taking any kind of examination, information retention and recall are particularly strong today. Your mind makes connections efficiently and accurately. If you've been experiencing communication blocks with a particular person, today offers a window for breakthrough understanding. Approach the conversation with openness and clarity rather than rehearsed points. Your capacity for technical explanations is enhanced today. Complex subjects that normally require multiple attempts to convey come across clearly on the first try. This makes today excellent for training, documentation, or explaining procedures to others. As the day concludes, take time to reflect on conversations that felt particularly meaningful or productive. Identifying the communication techniques that worked well today allows you to incorporate them into your regular expression style, creating lasting improvement in how you connect with others. Virgo, April 21st, 2025 presents a unique financial landscape for you as Mercury, your ruling planet, forms a supportive trine with Saturn in your 8th house of shared resources and investments. This planetary alignment creates a foundation for strategic financial thinking and careful planning. You're likely to find yourself with enhanced analytical abilities today when it comes to reviewing your accounts, investments, or financial collaborations. This is not a day for impulsive purchases, but rather for methodical assessment of your financial position. The moon in Taurus activates your 9th house, suggesting that financial opportunities may come through foreign connections, higher education, or publishing ventures. If you've been considering investing in your education or skills development, this cosmic energy supports such decisions, particularly if they can lead to long-term financial growth. Venus, positioned in your career sector, forms a favorable aspect with Jupiter in your house of daily work, indicating that professional relationships could lead to monetary gains today. A superior or mentor figure may offer valuable financial advice or present an opportunity that has significant income potential. Don't dismiss seemingly small suggestions, as they might contain the seeds for substantial future growth. Your natural Virgo precision serves you well today when dealing with contracts or agreements. Read the fine print carefully, as your attention to detail could save you from potential financial pitfalls. This is an excellent day for renegotiating terms or revisiting financial arrangements that no longer serve your best interests. With Mars energizing your second house of personal resources, you possess the courage and drive to advocate for your financial worth. If you've been contemplating asking for a raise or increasing your rates for services, the cosmic forces support these initiatives today. However, this same Mars energy could trigger impulsive spending if not channeled properly. Exercise restraint when it comes to unnecessary purchases. The North Node in your sixth house suggests that financial rewards may come through diligent service and attention to daily tasks. Don't overlook the seemingly mundane aspects of your work, as excellence in these areas could lead to monetary recognition. Consider how you might optimize your daily routines to increase efficiency and, consequently, profitability. Pluto's transformative energy in your fifth house indicates that creative ventures or speculative investments might yield surprising returns. If you've been developing a side project or considering investing in a creative enterprise, today's energy supports careful steps in this direction. Just ensure that any risks taken are calculated and within your means. Neptune's influence in your partnership sector suggests some potential confusion regarding shared finances or collaborative ventures. Double-check all numbers and ensure complete transparency in any joint financial dealings. Ask clarifying questions rather than making assumptions, particularly when significant sums are involved. The asteroid Pallas, Athena, in your 11th house of networks and future goals, highlights the importance of strategic alliances today. Professional connections and friendships may provide valuable financial insights or opportunities. Attend networking events or reconnect with colleagues who share your financial interests or goals. Financial technology or innovative payment systems might play a role in today's opportunities. If you've been hesitant to embrace digital financial tools or cryptocurrency investments, today might prompt a reconsideration, particularly if research indicates potential benefits aligned with your long-term goals. April 21, 2025 brings Virgo natives a remarkable constellation of fortunate energies, particularly with Mercury, your ruling planet, forming a harmonious trine with Jupiter in Gemini. This planetary alignment opens exceptional doors in areas of intellectual pursuits and practical problem-solving. Your analytical abilities are operating at peak performance today, making this an ideal time to tackle complex projects that have previously seemed overwhelming. The Sun in Taurus activates your ninth house of higher learning, exploration, and philosophical expansion, creating a fertile ground for academic achievements, publishing opportunities, and breakthrough insights in your field of expertise. If you've been considering enrolling in a course or certification program, today's energies strongly support educational advancement. Venus in Gemini enhances your career sector, bringing potential recognition from authority figures and possibly even financial rewards for past efforts. Your reputation receives a positive boost, particularly among colleagues who value precision and attention to detail. Communication flows with remarkable ease today, allowing you to express your ideas with both clarity and charm, a rare combination that can help you influence decision-makers. Financial fortunate areas appear through unexpected sources, particularly those connected to information sharing, writing, or analytical services. An investment opportunity may present itself through a sibling or neighbor. Your organizational capabilities are heightened, making this an excellent day to reorganize systems at work or home that will continue providing benefits for months to come. Health matters are also favorably aspected, especially regarding digestive improvements and nervous system balance. Activities that combine mental stimulation with physical movement bring the greatest benefits today. The North Node's position suggests that collaborations started today have exceptional long-term potential, particularly with air sign individuals, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Your sixth house of daily work and service receives beneficial aspects, making routine tasks feel more rewarding than usual. There's a special window of opportunity between 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. when your intuitive and analytical sides work in perfect harmony. Schedule your most important activities during this period if possible. Neptune's gentle sextile to your sun sign enhances your compassion and spiritual connection, making charitable activities particularly fulfilling today. The day's most fortunate color for you is deep emerald green, which amplifies these positive energies and attracts prosperity. Carrying or wearing hematite or clear quartz can further enhance your mental clarity and decision-making abilities during this auspicious day. For Virgo, on April 21st, 2025, your social landscape takes on fascinating dimensions as Mercury forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter. This planetary alignment opens exceptional channels for meaningful connections and intellectual bonding. You'll notice an unusual clarity in your social interactions today. Words flow more easily, and people seem more receptive to your ideas and perspectives. This isn't just coincidence. It's the powerful Mercury-Jupiter influence enhancing your natural communicative abilities. As a Virgo, you typically approach social situations with a certain analytical reserve, but today that reserve is beautifully balanced with warmth and expansiveness. The moon in Cáncer activates your 11th house of friendships and community, deepening your emotional connection to group activities and collective endeavors. This placement brings a nurturing quality to your social interactions, making you especially attuned to the emotional needs of friends and associates. Venus in Taurus strengthens your 9th house today, connecting social opportunities with people from different backgrounds or cultures. You may find yourself drawn to conversations about philosophy, travel, or higher learning that expand your social circle in unexpected ways. There's a grounded quality to these new connections. They're not just superficial encounters, but have the potential to develop into something more substantial over time. Mars in Gemini brings dynamic energy to your career house, which has an interesting spillover effect on your social connections. Professional relationships could blur into friendships today, and networking efforts yield surprising personal connections. You might find yourself in a position where your analytical skills and attention to detail, classic Virgo strengths, are especially appreciated in group settings. There's a special window of opportunity around midday when the moon forms a sextile to Uranus, creating moments of unexpected social synchronicity. A chance encounter or spontaneous invitation could lead to meaningful connection. For coupled Virgos, this is an excellent day to socialize as a pair. Your relationship benefits from the stimulation of external social energy, and others are drawn to the balanced dynamic you create together. Single Virgos might find that friendship circles offer potential romantic introductions, particularly with water signs, Cáncer, Scorpio, Pisces, who are especially compatible with your energy today. Group projects and collaborative efforts are highly favored, as your natural organizational abilities harmonize beautifully with the creative input of others. If you've been hesitant about joining a club, organization, or online community, today's planetary energies provide supportive momentum for taking that step. While these social openings present themselves,